All right, hey guys, it's August 12th. The hawthorn is coming along nicely, and I'm doing an experiment. I want to see how long it takes to produce the chokecherry jelly. So I'm doing an experiment to see uh, the cost of different production methods on a homestead and if it makes sense to sell them or not. So what I'm going to try to do is see how many chokecherries I can harvest in an hour. So let's head over there. Here's a little old-fashioned foreshadowing. It's going to end in disaster. This is about as much as my steamer juicer can hold, and we will see what we can do. There's just so many in here. It's incredible. So I'm going to try a time lapse this time. We'll see if it works. I ordered some stuff like a tripod, but it's not here yet. So we'll prop it up with some sticks. We'll get it figured out. All right, let's go. Set a timer. Almost immediately, the camera fell forward and I got a great time lapse of the grass. So here I am. I will do a quick voiceover. I spent 55 minutes outside harvesting chokecherries, and we got 9 pounds of berries. So I will see how much juice that gives us, and then I can figure out how much jam we'll get from it, or jelly. So here we are about 5 minutes in, and I bend the tree down, scoop off the berries, and go, go, go. All right, here's the obligatory glamour shot of all the berries. And here is the bottom of my Myalusa steam juicer. I'll put a link below to it. It has a heavy saucepan on the bottom that you boil water in. That boiled water comes through the middle of here, where it then rises up into the next container, which is the strainer basket that holds the berries. And then it soaks into those berries until they have so much water in them, they burst, and all of the juice falls out and is caught in that second container. And that hose is so you can drain out that juice as you get it. So you just basically start it boiling, make sure your hose is attached, put in the fruit, and just keep it steaming. It's super easy. You don't have to deal with pulp or smashing or mushing. Here's the steam coming out of it and the berries. And it's pretty amazing. It's very little effort compared to manually extracting everything. You just got to make sure you have enough water in the bottom. Takes about an hour normally, but with this smaller berry, it took more like an hour and a half. So you can look at these and you see them, they're kind of ruptured. And here I am draining the fluid out. The color on this juice is absolutely amazing, and when you spread it on toast or use it as a topping, it is gorgeous. So I had to dig around and find a recipe that I could use in order to calculate how much of this I would need. I couldn't find exactly the recipe I want in any of my books. I did find a decent one at the University of Minnesota Extension office, but instead I picked up the phone and called a orchardist and farm friend and got a classic traditional recipe from him. Armed with that recipe, I set about calculating my costs and what my profit would be given all the data I now had. Except I spilled the vast majority of my juice all over my kitchen. So all of the numbers that will be coming up next are assuming you don't lose almost everything. Okay, I just cleaned up that mess. So let's do the numbers, assuming you don't spill most of it. All right, so I broke this down between 8-ounce and 4-ounce jars just to see where it would be at. And my recipe would do 6 8-ounce jars, so it would do 12 4-ounce jars. Why are my hands wet? I just washed them. Okay, so jars. This is the price at a big box store in town, and this is a wholesale price online per jar. Sugar, I would need about 0.44 pounds of sugar for every 8-ounce jar, half of that for the 4. This is my price for dollars per pound, so I need about 20 cents. I rounded here for the sugar. for the 8-ounce jars, half that again for the 4-ounce jars. Fruit juice, I did my labor at $1 an hour because if I'm going to hire someone, it might be $12 an hour plus $3 benefits, insurance, whatever. So I got 9 pounds, which is 32 ounces. So my labor was about 50 cents per, shoot, is that per ounce? Okay, I had to jump in. I think looking at the recipe, there's actually going to be about 2 ounces per 8-ounce jar, anywhere between 2 and double that. So my cost will be within 50 cents or $1, maybe 2. So looking forward, I have the pectin, which is this much per box, which will be that much per jar. And I'm not sure about my canning labor, but if I can do all of it in 1 hour, I might be able to do better than that, but that's my target. So I will be looking at $4, but I miscalculated the labor cost per fruit juice on the original. So I'll say 4, 2, 5, somewhere between $4 and $5 is what these things are going to cost. And I will know exactly when I actually do the recipe and I can measure it. All right, to the conclusion. Conclusion. Okay, phone's a little rocky and wobbly, but my feet are up to stabilize the phone. I think it could be worth it. I think it could be worth making jams and jellies. The only thing that will really make or break it is if you can sell them and figuring out the price you can sell them for and all that. But I think $4 is worst case scenario. I think I could get it a lot more efficient. So there you go. To answer the question I posed at the beginning, is it worth making choke cherry jelly? We're making jelly to sell. I bet you could sell those for more than $4 a container. And even if you sold them for $5, you have a little bit of wiggle room built in. It's me. I like it. I mean, that's the cost it would cost me to hire someone to do it. But I don't really, if I'm out on my property and I'm picking berries, I'm having fun. So that to me isn't very, I don't know, that labor doesn't feel bad. That's just the cost it would cost me to hire someone to do it. So that's a good place to start. I have some more experimenting to do, figure out my actual batches, figure out the actual sugar use. These are just estimates and it'll be fun. And choke cherries, for everything I'm growing, choke cherries, currants are going to be the worst. Those are the smallest fruit. The wild plums are much bigger, so it doesn't take as long to pick them. Apples, obviously easy. Regular plums, easy. Sand cherries, bush cherries, sour cherries, those are a lot bigger. So I think this is, if the math can work for these, it should work for all the other ones. Well, my 4-year-old boss is yelling at me, so I better take care of him and finish the video. But real quick, I got these boxes. Check them out. What do you think they are? That's going to be the next video. Until then, eat right, grow right, and take care of yourself. See ya.